Hi everybody. I've been sending you a lot of videos of other people teaching you to draw things, and today I thought that I would try to teach you to draw something. And we're just gonna do a little doodle, and yours is probably gonna look a little different than mine, and that is good. That's okay. We're gonna be creative. And what we're gonna draw today is going to be a mandala. So it's going to be symmetrical, and that means that if you draw an imaginary line through it, it will look the same on both sides of that line. And yeah, we're going to learn a little bit about colors too. So here we go. First step is to gather your supplies. You could use a pencil or a pen. I would use something thin like a pencil or a pen. I couldn't find a pencil, so I'm going to use a pen today. You're also going to need a piece of paper or something to draw on, and maybe some colors. And our first step is to draw a dot as close to the middle of the paper as you can. Just a dot, just like that. Go ahead. Then you're going to draw a circle around your dot. You're going to try and keep the dot in the middle, but you can tell on mine it's not exactly in the middle. That's okay. Next, we're going to draw some lines. I'm going to draw one right out of the top, just a short little line, and one right below it, kind of dividing our thing in half. Then I'm going to turn my paper because that's easier for me. And I'm going to draw one right here and one right here. And I could keep it that way. 4 is enough. Or I could draw a few more than I'm going to. I'm going to draw one right here and one across from it. One right here, and one right here. And now, here's the part where you guys get to get a little bit creative, because you don't have to do the exact same things that I do. The only rule is, if you draw something on this one, on one of the lines, then you're going to draw one on all of the other lines too. And if you draw something between the lines, you're going to draw it between all of the other lines too. That's all. So I'm going to add a little square to the end of my lines. And see, I'm doing it on all of the lines. And it's not perfectly the same. That's kind of hard. But it's the same idea. Then, whoops, I moved it right out of the way. Then in between my squares, I'm going to just draw 3 dots. There, I added some more stuff, and I'm going to keep going. And see how I made it the same on every single time? So everything I did it 8 times. And I'm going to keep going. And you can keep going until you get all the way to the edge of the paper. And here's what I ended up with. And now I'm going to add some color. When I color mine, I'm going to give myself a little challenge. Maybe you guys have seen a color wheel before. Probably you have, probably in art class. But I just drew one up, and one thing about the color wheel is that I'm going to think about using complementary colors. So complementary colors are colors that are right across from each other, like red and green. Those are complementary. Orange and blue, yellow and purple. Those are complementary colors. And when I color my mandala, I'm going to give myself a challenge. I'm going to pick 2 complementary colors and see if I can focus on those and really make them stand out in my coloring. I'm gonna try it. So for my outside part, I decided to use purple and yellow because those are complementary colors, and I use those a lot, and they look really good together. But I'm getting a little bored of them, so I'm gonna pick 2 different complementary colors, and I'm gonna go on to the next layer of my mandala, and I'm gonna color them in 2 different complementary colors. And here's my mandala now. I added that middle layer with red and green, 2 complementary colors, and then the inside with blue and orange, my last 2 complementary colors. I don't love the way this turns out. It's not super beautiful, but it was really calming to make and it made me feel relaxed, and I might try again and make one I like a little bit better. If you make a mandala, send it to me. I'd love to see it.